Welcome to the Boston's Big Four podcast. Cast. New news about music and sports every week, sometimes.
All right, we're back. Another episode of Boston's Big Podcast. This might be the biggest one yet. This is a huge one right here. We have one of the greatest running backs of all time with us. And when I say one of the greatest running backs, I mean he's top 20 all time in rushing, 11,000 yards, over 11,000 yards. He once rushed for 278 yards in a game in 2000, breaking Walter Payton's record all time. Four-time Pro Bowler, spent 7 years with the Bengals, came to the Patriots in 2004 towards the end of his career, but ran for over 1,000 yards that year, helped us win a Super Bowl, was a key part of that Super Bowl team. And we're extremely happy to have him. He scored a touchdown in the Super Bowl that year. Also in the divisional round that year against the Colts, he had 1,635 yards. Ran for 141 yards in that game, career high 1,635 yards in his first year with the Patriots. My bad. But yeah, ran for 141 yards in that divisional round against the Colts. That was a 20-3 blowout by the Patriots. I'm sure you all remember it. I could go on, but anyways, we got Corey Dillon with us. Welcome onto the show, Corey Dillon.
Thank you. And it's a pleasure, my man. Absolutely.
And I should say, soon to be Hall of Famer, hopefully, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hey, let's while I'm still alive, honestly.
It's been long enough at this point.
Yeah, you know what? Eventually we'll get there, hopefully. So we'll see.
Hell yeah.
Well,
Nice
I think you definitely have all the accolades. Yeah. Gold jacket. You are on the Patriots All 2000 team and the Patriots All Dynasty team.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah.
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
I saw that on your Wikipedia page today. So I was like, that's well deserved.
Well, that's pretty cool. I'll take that.
Mean, for us, like, we're all around 30 years old. So we were about 11, 12 years old in 2004 when you guys won the Super Bowl. And I just remember personally, like, the first two Super Bowls of that dynasty, I mean, especially the first one was surprising. Like, we weren't even supposed to be there. The second one, it was like, oh shit, like, we did it again. We might have something here. The third one was the most complete team out of those three. The defense was already elite. You had Rodney Harrison, you had Richard Seymour, you had Ty Law, you had all those guys. The offense, I think, was missing weapons to become like an unstoppable force. And when we added you at running back that year, I think that made us completely unstoppable. Like, there was no facet of the game that we couldn't dominate in once we grabbed you that year. So just, from us to you, thank you for that, for that third Super Bowl, because I think we definitely needed you for that one.
I appreciate that, man. I like to thank the Kraft family, Scott Pioli, Bill Belichick for bringing me on and, letting me experience that, to the championship pedigree they have and letting me experience winning for once. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was a blast, man. Them 3 years was special. And you know what? That kind of capped off my 10-year career, and I kind of ended it in a good place. So, I appreciate everybody over in New England and especially, at Gillette Stadium. And it was just a great experience.
Absolutely.
When when you came over from Cincinnati, what was Belichick's recruiting kind of like? Was he, did he let you know he wanted you? You were that missing piece?
You know what was funny, man? It was like, to be honest with you, I didn't even think I was going to New England. So this is how this whole thing played out. And, I'm getting a lot of secret meetings nowadays. And back then, I didn't know nothing about no secret meeting. I was just meeting people, right?
Yeah.
But I was scheduled to go meet with the Raiders, so that was me and my agent's plan. You know, we was go speak with the Raiders and hopefully, you know, work something out. And I swear, like a couple days before that meeting was, you know, supposed to happen, my agent gave me a call and was like, you know, just pack something up real quick. We're going down to Boston. I'm like, man, for what? And, you know, in his words, he was just like, man, pack your shit, you know, and let's go, right? So, so that's what I did. And, you know, he filled me in on the details going down to Boston. And I'm gonna tell you, it was the meeting was simple and it was short. It was short as hell. And I get there, you know, I meet with Scott and I meet with Bill Belichick, and we sat down and they just asked me a couple questions. They were just like, you know what, do you think you could play for us? And I'm just like, Frank, like, yeah, absolutely, I could do that. And then the second question was like, you know, we heard some of the things that was going on in Cincinnati, and we just want to hear your perspective of it. And I just told him, man, all that was basically about losing. You know, I was tired of losing, and I just wanted to get somewhere where I can compete and win, right?
You said you would rather flip burgers than play for the Bengals at that time.
Yeah, I probably said some shit like that. You know, but there's a backstory to that. You know, there's a whole.
Of course, that's just what the media tells you.
Yeah, it's a whole backstory to that, and we might get into that, and we might not. So, you know, I expressed that, you know, it's all about, you know, me wanting to win and be in somewhere where I can compete, right?
Yeah.
And you know what? That was pretty much it. You know what? They shook my hand, nodded their head, got up, and that was it. Next thing I know, you know what? I'm a Patriot. It was just that. It was that simple.
Next thing you know, so like, how long was this process? Was it like a couple weeks, or was it like a year out you joined, or how quickly did you?
I mean, pretty much the next day. It was like
the next day.
They worked it out quick because they had to call Cincinnati and give up a second round draft pick and all this other stuff. But by that next day, I was a Patriot. That's how fast it went.
And what was your mindset at that time? Like going from a team that just couldn't seem to even get into the playoffs most years to being on a team that's about to compete for a championship, and you could possibly be a key part of that.
Well, I was just happy to get the hell out of Cincinnati at that point.
Yeah.
You know, so at that point I was very, very pumped up, and just having a new situation, and, you know, going somewhere where I know the organization winning is the number one priority. I felt real good about that situation.
Yeah.
How'd you like playing with Brady? Obviously, I mean, you know, he wasn't the same dude in 04 that he is now, obviously. But did you see that in him back in the day?
I seen that in him, man. That dude is a ultimate competitor, man. And dude, he headbutted me before one game, and he almost chipped my tooth. I was like, man, what's wrong with this dude, man? Like,
it's Psycho Tom.
Hey, that's how pumped up he was about playing the game and winning. And when you got a leader and it's your quarterback, and he's out there like that with that energy and intensity, yeah, man, everybody's gonna, you know, step up to the occasion and play hard.
Hell yeah. And those practices must have been crazy, like Jack said. I mean, Rodney Harris and Richard Seymour going up against those guys. Iron sharpens iron, you know?
Man, listen, it was like a game during practice. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to make it to Sunday. Back up off me. You know what I mean? Why are you trying to tackle me, man? Like, back up. You know? So, and that was every day. That was every day. And you know what? You're right. You're absolutely right. Iron sharpens iron. So it just made us better as a group, offense and defense.
Absolutely. What's your craziest? What's the angriest you ever saw Bill Belichick?
Oh shit! There's too many. So I mean,
what's one that sticks out in your mind? Just a story.
Oh man. There's so many of those too. But man, I don't know what happened. I think, you know, team meeting and us watching film as a team, that was some of the funniest stuff you will ever hear come out of his mouth, the things he said. He would be like, you know, somebody mess up, he's gonna call you out, you know what I mean, in front of everybody. And that was the scary part, man. Everybody went into that team meeting and be like, man, I hope I didn't mess up too bad where he calls me out. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
man, it was full go. So I heard him call it. I don't know if I can even say this type of stuff, but but I say it anyway to give you some kind of input
Let's go.
on
We need the content.
us, man. But he'll call you out, you messing up, and he just like he'll call you a donkey dick or whatever.
Oh, what? Oh,
Moron.
what?
I mean, it goes from moron to donkey dick. Like, Christ, what are you doing? Like, it was crazy. And then you know what? Like after the meeting, like we'll walk out and just fall out laughing, man, because just some of the stuff he's saying is crazy. So yeah, Bill was always on it, man. I tell you that much. And everybody feared like not messing up, getting into that team. So that was the thing around there.
Yeah, we had Jarvis Green on the podcast before, and we asked him the same question. He shared some funny stories about him. I mean, he was there till 2009, so he was telling us about Bill, you know, screaming at Junior Seau, who was like a veteran at that time, and just like singling him out in front of everyone. It's like it didn't matter if you were Tom Brady or if you were the last guy on the roster, he would yell at you in front of everybody.
Oh man, I done seen him hop in Tom Brady shit too. So
yeah, I bet.
Yeah, so and that's one thing I respected about him. He didn't play no favorites. It was like, hey, if you messing up, man, he's gonna let you know. So
yeah,
he has my respect on that aspect, man. He treated us all equally. You know what I mean? So it didn't matter who you were, man. If you messing up, prepare for that man to say something to you.
Right.
So you mentioned everyone like practiced hard to the point where you're like, hey, I gotta be ready for Sunday.
Right.
And I imagine there was a camaraderie to that, like beating each other up, and your team, you're winning. Do you have long lasting relationships with the team that you played with?
Yeah, man, I still talk to some of the guys. Tully Banther Kane, Kevin Falk. Man, we speak frequently. So Patrick Pass, so yeah, man, that, being in a trenching with them guys and being there for 3 years, man, you develop certain relationships, man, and it carries over. So, and pretty much that whole squad, like in passing or just out the blue phone call, man, we're still good. You know what I mean?
Love that. I love
Did you guys
that.
get time to go out off the field, like when you were traveling and stuff? Did you guys go have fun times? Any notable experiences?
There's no fun. There's no days off.
Oh, yeah.
You're not having fun up there. Hey,
no days off.
Nights off.
Hey, listen, curfew's at 11.
Yeah.
You know that. You're not playing.
But when you won the Super Bowl in 2004, I saw you posted this on Instagram. You had a little party with Snoop Dogg at the hotel afterwards. Snoop Dogg was performing.
That's after we went out there and did our job. So
right, exactly. I noticed one thing about Belichick is he never smiles until he wins the Super Bowl. So
that's true. So
once you win the Super Bowl, you can have fun. So tell us about that party with Snoop Dogg at the hotel after the Super Bowl.
Well, it was kind of funny because I didn't know he was going to be there,
Yeah.
So we get back to the hotel and whatnot. And they're like, I think Willie McGinnis was like, hey, man, everybody, go take a quick shower, get dressed, man, and meet down. I guess they had a ballroom, right? Let's all meet down there. We was like, oh, okay. I didn't know what was going on. So, I'll go shower, get dressed, go down there. And I don't see nobody. So I'm just like, I guess it's just, it's new for me. I guess it's just a team, after game celebration. And I'm just sitting there and, we just chilling and I'm talking to people and, my family is there and everybody else's family's there. And next thing you know, here comes Snoop Dogg out rapping. And I'm like, oh shit, this just got live.
Yeah.
So, man, we had a good time, man. And it was cool. I didn't expect that, and that was one way to cap off, winning the Super Bowl, man, to be honest with you.
Absolutely.
I gotta ask, when Snoop was performing, did Bill hit the blunt?
He probably went out back and hit the blunt. I'm just playing, man. I'm just playing.
No, I know.
No, Bill didn't do nothing like that.
So when we had Jarvis on, Eastman asked this question. I'm going to ask it this time. Who partied the hardest after you won the Super Bowl?
I don't know. I can't even call that, man. I know for a fact that everybody in that ballroom was on a good one.
Yeah.
I do mean on a good one. So, and to be honest, I don't even remember. To be honest with you, so.
It might have been you then.
It might have been you. It might have been you.
It could have been me. So, yeah, man, that night was, everybody was kind of turned up, to be honest with you. So, hey, I can't call who did it the best, to be honest with you.
I love it.
Like you said, team effort.
Team effort.
Exactly.
Do your job. Yeah, we did our job. Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
How did it feel to score a touchdown in the Super Bowl?
Man, at the time, I didn't really think about it that deep. It's just, playing football, man.
Yeah.
So I didn't really think about it until way after I was done playing. And you know what? I was actually watching a documentary on the '85 Bears, right? And in a documentary, it was explaining how Walter Payton was so pissed off he didn't get to score in that Super.
The fridge. They gave it to the fridge on the goal line.
Guess you've seen that too, right?
Yep.
And they kept giving the fridge the ball down on the goal line, and then it kind of dawned on me. I was like, damn. Yeah, maybe it is a good thing I scored in the Super Bowl, man. And I looked at it differently. You know what I mean? Here's one of the greatest fucking running backs to ever play the game. And he's over there frustrated about them not giving him the ball to get an opportunity to score in the Super Bowl. Right. And I'm had an opportunity and actually scored in the Super Bowl. So it just kind of put everything in perspective.
Right. Speaking of Walter Payton, you passed his record in 2000, ran for 278 yards in a game.
Yeah.
And I think as a team, you guys ran for, what was it that day? It was crazy.
The life, 400 yards or 8, something like that.
So what was that the game plan going into that game? Just run it down their throat?
Well, that's all we could do.
Yeah.
That's all we could do, bro. I'm not going to showcase it. That's all we do, but man.
That was before Chad Ochocinco.
Yeah, that was before Chad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know him as Chad. I don't know who this Ocho guy is.
Chad Johnson. My fault. Chad Johnson.
There you go. So, man, the game plan was simple. And the crazy thing about it is, man, I was used to seeing like 7 and 8 man fronts. That's just normal. That's what we're going to get, because teams are just like, you know what? They're going to give Dillon the ball, and we're just going to stack the line and stop the run.
Yeah.
Game, right? So I think at the time, Denver was like, I want to say number 2 against the rush. So they were pretty good, stopping runners from getting yards.
Yeah.
And that crazy, man. It was just like, you know what? It just seemed like if you just make one person miss, it's off to the races. And that's pretty what it was for the whole day. Like you break a couple tackles, you make somebody miss. Next thing you know, you run it for 50, 60, you're yards a carry. So
Yeah, I was watching the highlights of that game the other day. You had a lot of big runs in that game.
right. So I mean, it was just one of those days where, you know what, everybody pitched in, and as a team, we got it done. You know what I mean? So offensive line was doing their job, putting a hat on the hat, and giving me room to operate. So it just turned out, man, broke a record in the process. But to be honest with you, man, I was just trying to win the damn game.
Right.
I don't even know if we had a win at that point in time. I don't think we did. So my mind was more focused on getting a win than breaking the record. But at the end of the game, where where they put it on the scoreboard, and then I kind of recognized what was going on, man. Hey, it turned out to be bigger than what it was.
See, so now I understand why you fit in so well with the Patriots, because you're obviously all about winning ahead of individual stats, even though you racked them up throughout your career, 20th all-time rusher, but definitely seems like winning was your main motivator all the time.
Yeah, I'm not a me guy, man. That's a sport, man. So, and I understand that you're not one person is going to help you win a game, man. It takes a team effort, whether people believe that or not. So I've always been like that. I've always been like, you know what? I'll worry about all that other stuff later. Let me go out here and do whatever I can to help us win. And whatever I end up with at the end, so be it. That was my whole approach and my whole attitude, about approaching the game. It just doing my job and doing my best, and I'm satisfied with that.
Now you said before you came to New England, Oakland had been in touch with you. Did you have any ties to Oakland? I know you grew up in Washington, so was there any thought of maybe Seattle, or was it just whoever was interested, kind of?
Man, Seattle never, because that the whole distraction of being home. That wasn't gonna work out, man. That was not gonna work out for me. So that was not a thought of mine going back home, playing for Seattle. I mean, even though they could have swapped me out for who was their running back then?
Shaun Alexander, right?
Yeah, whatever. But you know what I mean? Like, hey,
was it Shaun Alexander?
Huh? What's that?
I feel like it was Ricky Waters.
Okay, it might have been.
Oh, it was Shaun Alexander, I think.
Oh, it was. Okay.
Was it?
It was. And it was some talks about that down in Cincinnati swapping. That wasn't gonna work. I wasn't going home to play. Secondly, I mean, so the whole mystique of the Raiders, the bad boy image of the Raiders, I was like, fuck it, man. Yeah, I'm down with that. I could go up there and play. You know what I mean? Absolutely. So,
hell yeah.
We all see how that turned out. I could go up there. So,
well, it wasn't. That's when Randy Moss went there for a couple of years.
Right. So, and I'm glad. I'm happy as hell that got cut short.
Yeah, yeah.
I would have been miserable as hell up there.
Yeah,
it would have been worse, man. So, I mean, things worked out how they were supposed to work out, to be honest.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. Hell yeah. We needed you, honestly, on the Patriots. We needed a running game.
Well,
that's the one thing we were missing.
I needed them, so it worked out, man.
It worked out.
We did each other a great service, man, to be honest with you. So, man, I'm glad. I'm looking back on it, man. That was probably, like I said, in my whole 10 years. And listen, I'm not pooping on Cincinnati, because they're doing good now. They're doing real good now. So I'm not pooping on them, and I got a whole busload of fans over there as well.
Right.
And when I speak, I want them to know, like, I'm not talking bad about the fan base or my teammates at the Bengals. It was just like, man, I'm just being honest. Like, my whole 10 years, like, those last 3 were, man, I was honestly happy and in heaven playing football. You know, it was exciting
Love
to play.
that.
So does so you had 7 years before the Patriots, you probably had your own workout schedule, your own diet schedule, your own routine. When you
Right.
come to the Patriots, do they impose on you a certain schedule and diet and routine, or
Oh,
are they trustworthy enough to keep you
uh-huh.
like you do what you do, right?
Sorry, buddy. No, it's their way or the highway, man.
Okay.
I'm just, I'm
Was it? Did you find that it was better, or like
It
did you
was it
feel?
was better, man. It was
Okay.
better. Like towards the end of the season, I was more healthier and stronger. You know, I finished stronger as a runner. So, man, listen, man, I'm gonna tell you something about that organization, man. When you're walking in, you already know you're gonna win, and you better have your mindset like if you whatever you thought was working where you came from, you got to scrap that, man. This is and go with what they're doing. Make it a lot easier on yourself because you come in still thinking you gonna pull off your bullshit that you were doing at the other organization, man. You ain't gonna last long there, and that's just the reality of it.
Okay, so obviously it sounds like some teams are just less strict in general with their players.
Uh you could say that, but I would say like, dude, they run a tight ship up there, man. All the way down to the strength and conditioning, man. It's no joke. It's not nobody there is playing around. It's all about getting better and winning football games.
That makes
So
sense.
for that reason, some players have said that they didn't have enough fun in New England. Players of other teams have criticized New England, saying it doesn't look like it's fun to play there. Was your experience fun in New England?
Man, it was fun as hell. It beat the alternative. Are you kidding me?
I love
See,
it.
I recognize where I was, man.
Mhm.
I wasn't there to have fucking fun. I was
Yeah.
there to win. So, hey, my whole thought was like, I can have fun when I retire.
Right.
Right now, it's about winning and playing football. And that was the only thing on my mind. I didn't care about having fun. Like, come on, man. Hey, man, you're getting paid to play football. You're not getting paid to have fun.
Right.
So that was the furthest thing from my mind, man. And coming from where I came from, man, winning was everything to me. That's the only thing I was focused on is, going out there playing ball and trying to do my best and winning. That's
Mhm.
it. That was the only focus I had while I was in New England.
Makes sense. So I was somewhere I had heard, and correct me if I'm wrong, did you almost went into a different sport entirely, right? Were you were a baseball player, right?
Well, I could have played baseball. I could have
And
played baseball. I was actually drafted out of high school by the Padres.
Really?
So
okay, this is what I had heard. I was like, I don't know if that's false information. And you
no,
did
no, that's real.
okay. How did you come close to considering that, or did you know football was your thing?
Uh, I pondered it for a minute, but listen, man, just to be honest and to keep it real, like what scared me off in trying the baseball thing is like, man, I heard so many stories of people getting stuck in the minor leagues for years and
That's the
never
thing. Yeah.
getting that opportunity. And I was like, man, why I'm gonna go try that when football is so natural to me? This is me, so where hey, either you got it or you don't. You know what I mean? So I was just like, man, and football was always my first love anyway. So I
Yeah.
just kind of like stuck with football, man.
Did you enjoy playing baseball?
Oh, hell yeah. I was good. I was good at
Okay.
baseball. I mean, I honestly, I could have made it. I could have
Yeah.
made it. If I poured everything into baseball like I did football, I could have made it.
No, I
All
believe
right.
that. I mean,
I believe it. I believe
yeah,
it.
I think athleticism translates. And you had a quick 40, I think, too. So I mean, just running the bases, you would have had an advantage. And obviously, I imagine you had some power too. So that for sure would have translated.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. I would, I wasn't no slap out there. I could
Yeah,
play, man. I could play.
also, I was gonna say it's definitely great foresight on your part to know. I mean, I don't know many kids that, I mean, at least people I know or myself, if I had an opportunity to get into any major professional sport right out of high school, I don't know if I could have turned it down. So I commend you to have the foresight knowing that there was something else for you. That's like, I mean, I don't know if any of us, like, if we had any opportunity like that, honestly, even minor leagues might have given it a shot just to try. But I mean, just knowing you have something else somewhere and having that passion, that's a calculating mindset that I can definitely admire. That's awesome.
Well, I appreciate it, man. I just kind of like, man, I kind of just went with my passion in my heart, man. It was football. I was like, I had to choose. I can't do them both, so I'm like, there's not too much to work on in football, so let's do that and go with that instead of, hey, the unknown in baseball. So it was an easy choice.
So who first gave you the nickname Clock Killing Corey Dillon?
Man, I don't know where the hell that came from.
You don't know?
I don't know, but it just kept popping up. So
it's a great nickname.
Yeah, it is. And I'm assuming it came from just giving me the ball and just down the clock. You know what I mean? So that's what we were known for. I kind of finished the games off, so. And
I feel like
that's where that came from.
When you get beat by like a great running back, like when they dominate the game, it's like a slow, painful death, for the opponent, as opposed to like when you're getting beat by a good wide receiver, it's more like, they might run the score up quick, but for a running back, it's like you're just watching the game slip away, inch by inch. So I imagine that was definitely discouraging for opponents, like during your prime, having someone like you who can just kill the clock and take up so much time during a possession.
That's true. And then on top of that, I mean, later on in the game, nobody really wants to hit you like they wanted to hit the quarter.
Right.
So, it worked out for me. So, yeah, man, it's a great nickname. I'm going to stick with it. I like it.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah. They definitely don't want to hit you when you're running through them, especially, third, fourth quarter. It's getting cold up in Cincinnati. It's getting cold up in New England. They don't want to hit you no more.
They wanted no smoke. Trust me.
Right. So Easty and I, before the episode, we were talking about Madden 2003. So that was one of the first video games I remember playing consistently. And they had a new feature in that video game that was called Minicamp. And they had this running drill. And I remember I would always use Emmitt Smith or Corey Dillon every time because they were the most dominant. So that's really my first memory of Corey Dillon, which is pretty cool. That was a big part of my childhood, was playing Madden, obviously, for everybody, from our generation. But you said you were unhappy with the ratings you got from EA Sports typically.
Well, I always think they gypped me on speed. You know what I mean? I don't think people who understood how fast I was. It was kind of deceptive, I just think and they do it to this day. Hey, man, I'm not the only one. I'm an old head talking about Madden and attributes right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? I still see players talking about EA gypped them on something. So
right.
Yeah, I just think back in the days they didn't have me fast enough.
So they thought you were. They thought because you were a big power back, they thought that was the only thing you could do, at an elite level. They didn't realize your open field speed.
Yeah, I mean, I got caught a couple times. Don't get it. Hey, I got caught a couple times, but man, it was very rare that I got caught. So, I think I had a great combination of power and speed, and I think most people just view me as a power back. I mean, which is true.
Which is true, but you also had speed.
I had some moves. I had some skills, so it wasn't all one dimensional.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, force equals mass times acceleration, right? So if you're running fast and you had the weight behind you, so you're crushing people. That's the perfect combination to be a north-south runner. That's
Exactly.
exactly what you were. So I mean, I can see how that would be easy to misread, just like people armchair experts, but that I mean, how you went, so that's perfect. So I don't know, that my 2 cents.
Yeah, I like what you said there, man. You're right on. You spot on. I give you that.
So not to backtrack, but just because Owen had brought it up about the baseball, I mean, you played in the era with Prime, and Prime played both. And you never. I mean,
True. Bo. Yeah.
the way I think of NFL athletes, you guys are superior athletes. Did you ever give it a one tiny thought about playing both? Or no, you were just football 1000%. I'd kind of cut out. I don't know what happened on my connection when you were answering that. So my bad if you already answered that.
Listen, it was an easy call for me. Like a hard no. I'm going off. I'm going football, man. I don't, to me that was the easier route, to be honest with you. And like I was telling the fellas, man, hey man, the fear of getting stuck in that minor leagues, man, who wants to do that? Not me.
Hell yeah. I got you.
Not me at all. So I said, you know what? Football's my first love. This is gonna be my bread and butter, and I'm gonna stick with it and try to max it out. Take it as far as I can.
And that was your bread and butter.
It turned out all right, right? It was okay.
Hell
It turned
yeah.
out all right.
Hey, if
It
you
turned
need
out
somebody to
pretty
lead,
good.
if you need somebody to lead the charge for that gold jacket, I'm your man. I'm granted.
We got to
Like
give
a
this man a
spokesman
gold
out
jacket.
here.
Hey, we need to start protesting on that thing because
No, seriously.
I don't know what the requirements is anymore. And
Let's see. Top 20 rusher of all time, 4-time Pro Bowler, Super Bowl ring. What else do you need?
I think I'm also top 20 in touchdowns as well. So
89 career touchdowns.
yeah. So listen, I don't know if I'm getting a bad rap. Obviously I am, but listen, man, I don't have no gripes with nobody. You know what I mean? Like the stuff that happened in Cincinnati happened in Cincinnati. I mean,
Yeah.
and to be honest with you, I think I got a little demonized because I was a little bit ahead of my time and I was outspoken and said, you know what? I'd rather go somewhere else. Right.
You know what? You were definitely ahead of your time with that because
nowadays it is more frequent right now. Players.
Absolutely. In every sport nowadays, if a guy's unhappy, he can say so and he'll leave.
Back then it was kind of forbidden. And I think I get a bad because of that aspect. Like in football, like, oh no, he's a bad guy because he don't want to go along with the program. You know what I mean? And he want to go somewhere else. Back then, that nobody's never really done that. And I think that bad guy perception, oh, he's not a team player and he's a bad guy. He that all stemmed from that. So I'm kind of over that. And me and Cincinnati, we kind of mended those fences a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? But people don't get the dynamics of how that stuff carries over. You know what I mean? So hopefully whoever's doing these votings and can focus on the stats, man.
Right.
I mean,
hell yeah.
I say this all the time, like, men lie, women lie.
Numbers don't.
Numbers don't. You know what I mean? Numbers do not lie. And if you sit there and look at the numbers and some of these guys you're putting in, my numbers is right there or better. So
yeah.
So I don't know if it's a Cincinnati thing where I'm getting overlooked because I mean I get this a lot too. Like, oh, you played for a team that wasn't good. That's really not my fault, man.
What happened when you played for a team that was good? You won the Super Bowl.
I was on point.
Right.
So I need more people to think think like that, then think of, you know, the negativity. Just think about, you know, the yards I put up on a poor team,
Right.
the yards I put up on a good team, and the productivity I had on a good team. And I mean, equals, you know, winning a Super Bowl. I think
Wherever you were, you made the most of your opportunity.
right.
No
Exactly.
matter where you were, you made the most of your opportunity.
There you go.
The Bengals were, for most of your years, not a good team, and you made them at least a watchable team.
Right.
You know, you made them a team that might have a couple highlights on Sports Center, other
Right.
than a team that would just be completely forgotten. So wherever you were, you elevated, you know, that team. So I definitely think that when you look at the numbers, it's a no-brainer. You got to be in the Hall.
Yeah. So I'm waiting. Like I said, I made a joke earlier. Hopefully I'm alive for that. You know what I mean?
It's already
Hopefully
been too long. It's already been too long.
It's been too long. It's a joke. So hopefully sometime soon, you know, they'll let me walk down that aisle with that jacket on. So, and you know what? Hey, it is what it is to me. You know, I think I proved myself in the league, and I'm not the one to beg for something that I righteously earned. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
So, hey, and time will tell, my man. Time will tell.
We're
Right.
not above writing letters to the NFL, though. We'll get it in there.
Oh, we'll do everything we can.
Well,
Absolutely.
Hey, definitely do that for me.
Yeah, we will.
Definitely do that.
And sound off in the comments if you think he should be in. That's
I'm good for that.
It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
I'm good for that, man. Trust me.
So you mentioned Tully Bantakane is one of your good friends from the Patriots, right?
Absolutely.
He used to rap, right? Or does he still?
Oh,
think
you
he
mean
still does.
is that what you said?
Yeah. He raps, right?
Imitator rapper? Is that what you said?
No, he's a rapper, right? Is he not?
I don't know. All I know, he is totally Banticade. Whatever he.
Easty, back me up on this.
So I know he's got like a SoundCloud, I'm pretty sure. And I know he was friends with Slane. Slane's a rapper from Boston.
Okay.
I don't know if they ever did a song together, but I know Slane had shot a video, and I think Tully Bantacane's in it, or it's at his house or something. And
All right. Let me clarify. Let me clean this up for you, man.
Okay.
At some point, Tully used to rap. I don't know if he's still doing it now.
Okay, all right.
And to be honest with you, Tully, he could go. He has some bars.
That's what I've heard. I don't know if you noticed,
bro.
we cover the local hip hop scene on our blog too. So I was just wondering, like, if he's been making music still. But
I don't know if he's still doing the music thing right
Okay.
now, but I'm not gonna front. Tully can rap.
word, I love that.
Okay.
I thought you were clowning him when you said, "Is he an imitation rapper?"
No, man, I was just because I know he's gonna see this and probably get a laugh out of it. I was just
We'll definitely
okay.
tag him in this.
He performed
Exactly.
at the Middle East in 2010 with Millie's and Leeds put on the show.
Wow,
I
that's
just
big.
found it,
Okay.
yeah.
okay.
That was when Millie's was coming up.
Yeah, 13 years ago. Yeah. I mean, Millie's popped in the last 5, I think.
Yeah,
So-
pretty much. But
Yeah.
that's cool. I like that. I was wondering because I remember Eastman told me a while back that Tully Bantakane rapped, and I've been trying to find his music. So
Yeah, I had
And trust me, if I would have said something crazy, that dude would have been calling me talking crazy. As soon as he see this, so I don't even want to hear his mouth, man. Tully,
Adam, this is a
Tully
clip.
got bars, man. He can go. He
let's
can go,
go.
man.
I love it.
I love.
Do you
when athletes
do you ever
also
talk
make
to
music.
Jarvis Green?
Man, I haven't talked to Jarvis in a long time. The last time I caught up with Jarvis, it was probably almost a year ago, man. I think he was hanging out with Tully, and they were doing some hunting, and that's when I hollered at him, man. And that was the last time I heard from him for a minute.
Okay. Yeah, we had him on the podcast probably 2 or 3 years ago at this point, but it was a good time.
Yeah, he was telling us about his new shrimp company.
Yeah, he's got a shrimp business going.
Oh, okay, Bubba Shrimp. Okay, I got
Yeah.
that.
We still gotta try that.
That's my guy, man.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it seems like all those Patriot teams from the dynasty are all kind of still pretty close. So I love to see that.
I mean, we got a good relationship, and even if we're not in contact with each other, I mean,
Right.
we still we and when we do catch up with each other, it's like we in the locker room. So it's
Yeah.
a cool, I think it's a family bond that ain't gonna be broken, man. We always gotta look out for each other, man. To be honest with you,
When's the last time you talked to Tom Brady?
man, Tom is the president, man. You can't touch Tom, bro. That's Tom Teflon, man.
Tom Teflon, I like
No,
that.
I know.
Come on, man.
He probably gets 1,000 messages a day. It's probably hard for him to keep up.
You gotta send notes. You know what I mean? Can't get that close to Tom.
Right.
No, but
Hey.
like, I've been on my own hiatus anyway, man. So I catch up with Tom when I catch up with him, man. And hey, from a distance, it's all love, man.
So you always, had a good relationship with him when you guys were playing, obviously. And, were you able to learn anything from him? What did you learn from Tom just playing with him?
Man, just his calmness, man. That's one calm dude under pressure, man.
Yeah.
And like, like my first year there, these guys done been there. So like going through the playoffs and all these pressure situations, man, I always looked at Tom.
You're right.
You know what I mean? And his demeanor was so cool and calm, like we got this shit, made me calm. And I was just like, oh, okay, it's nothing. Let's go do this. So I think his calmness and the way he just, worked under pressure is outstanding, my man.
Yeah, that calm confidence is something that is contagious, and I can see it instills confidence in everybody else. Like, yeah, I'm expecting to win. Like you said, you came there to win. There's not like, oh, what if we lose? Like, oh, what if this happens on this play? It's gonna go well. We're gonna win, and then it happens. You're just manifesting that. That's like if you don't believe you're gonna lose, chances are you won't. I mean, there's self-fulfilling prophecies in that for sure.
Right, and that was his focus, man, all the time. Like, we're not gonna fail. So, and when he calls your number, man, I don't know what it was. It's just like made you want to do extra. You know what I mean? Like, like it's 3rd and 1. He's like, hey, Corey, man, hey, get this first. We need this first down.
Yeah.
Shit, that's easy. I got you.
When someone's that good of a leader and they put their trust in you, it's like, all right, I got to do this. I got to do this.
So he made it easy, man, to be honest with you. I mean, he made it easy for a lot of us.
Yeah.
And it's real talk.
Now, he wasn't eating the avocado ice cream back then or anything, right? He wasn't doing the whole
No,
he was kind of eating the burgers and everything, right? He was living in Marina Bay.
I don't know nothing about no avocado ice cream, but he definitely wasn't doing it back then. I'll tell you that much.
So what was I don't know how often you were around him, but so he wasn't doing the TB12 method. What was his diet like? He didn't have the work ethic, obviously, that he has now.
No, I tell you what, I don't know about that. He worked his ass off, man.
I'm sure he always worked his ass
off. He
worked. I imagine it evolved over time.
Yeah.
He worked his ass off, man. I never seen him like slack off at anything. Now, I mean, I guess the TB12 thing he took that to another level, man.
Right.
So I have never seen him slack off. He's always worked his ass off. First in, last to go type thing. So always always on people to get better. So, dude, I guess I guess when you move on and you go on to Tampa and all this stuff and you see this TB12 stuff, man, I can only imagine he got better. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it wasn't like I was living with the dude. I don't know what the hell he was eating while he was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know, but I have never seen him slack one day at all.
Yeah. I think he's obviously always been the hardest worker you'll ever meet, but
Right.
I think the diet thing, as his career went on, he definitely started to focus more on that. And I think to the point where like he was in better shape at 40 than he was at 25. Like,
yeah, and his longevity. I mean,
yeah,
he's still playing, my man. So
it's unbelievable.
so the TB12 stuff works, man. So
Yeah,
I'm happy.
yeah, definitely. I don't know if you noticed, but this is you right here.
Wait, let me see. Oh, man, get out of here, dude. Oh, wow.
I got a Patriots flag. I just remembered I had this today. So we got Brady, we got Troy Brown, Teddy Bruschi, Corey Dillon, we got Willie McGinnis, Richard Seymour, Vinatieri, and Mike Vrabel all on the flag.
Get out of here.
Right?
Okay.
I was thinking, so before we started today, I was like, I have a ton of Patriots stuff. I was like, but do I have anything Corey Dillon related? And then I remembered that flag. So I was like, I got to put this up.
And hey, man, you know what? That's dope. I need one of those. I need one of those. To be honest with you. That is dope.
Right.
I wish I had that. Trust me.
I'm sure you got a lot of cool stuff though.
Yeah, I got to dig through a million boxes to get to it. But yeah,
where do you keep the ring?
Actually, in a safe. I only wore it like a couple times, man. You know,
really? I was hoping you were gonna wear it tonight.
I pulled it out lately, posting it like shit. I still got it.
Yeah,
I ain't hawked the fucker. You know what I mean? I still got it. You know what I mean? So, other than that, like wearing it out in public, man, I haven't done that. I've never done that.
Really? Okay.
I take it out every blue moon, clean it, right back in the safe.
Yeah, I feel like it's less of a ring that you'd wear and just more of a trophy for you. It's not really for you to be shown like off. I guess not like I.
Some guys like to wear them a lot. I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm in California, man. I don't want no smoke with nobody over a damn ring. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
That's just not. Nah, I don't want to bring no extra attention to me. So I never wear it, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Have you ever heard? Now this just popped into my head. Because obviously wearing like something like that with such jewels on it, that would make you a target. Do people ever have a fake version of their ring that they would wear out? Have you ever heard about this?
I have never heard that.
That would be crazy.
I think people do it with other jewelry, but yeah, I don't know. It just crossed my mind. I was like, oh, that would be interesting.
I mean, where they go? Hey, who's gonna do it? They gonna go to Claire's and get a fake ring? I don't know.
I think it's
bad. I mean, no, just me personally, just my personality, man. I mean, like if I were going to a team reunion event, yeah, I'll wear it.
Right.
But just on a regular, just to show off, no, that's not me. I'm not gonna do it. Not at all.
I respect that.
Yes, maybe that's the right attitude.
Yeah.
So you mentioned Kudos Snacks earlier.
Yeah.
What's that all about? That's your latest business venture?
That's my latest business venture, man. It's a protein popcorn, keto friendly, man. And you got to try it, man. It's the best. I mean, don't take my word for it, man. Get you a bag.
Where can we get them?
And try it. And trust me, you will love it. You will absolutely love it.
Where can we find them?
Man, you can find it on kudosnack.com/CD28 and order a busload.
Hell yeah. Let's do it.
Order a lot for me, please.
Is this
so? But definitely try it, man. You have to try it. You have to try it. I like people to try it and give me their honest assessment, because you know what? Me sitting here talking about how fantastic it is, I want people to try it for themselves, and then they'll figure it out. Like, damn, this is pretty good.
Right.
Right.
All right, we gotta
Something I
try
can
it.
get down with. Yeah. And if I like it,
Yeah.
I'm buying 28 bags a month.
Man, you're gonna love it. So you're gonna have to boost that up. I'm telling you, you will love
That's
this. You will
all
love
right.
it.
I just got a little bit of a raise, so I think I'll be able to get at least 28 bags.
There we go.
Congratulations.
Let's go, EC.
28 is cool. I rock with 28.
Hell yeah. That's a damn good number.
That's a
Yes,
great
it is.
number.
Yes,
So
it
hold
is.
on.
White
Why'd
cheddar.
you? What were you saying, Owen?
I'm on the website now. I see
Oh.
some flavors that I'm enjoying. I'm
Oh,
definitely
okay.
going to be ordering these. I got your affiliate link too. I'm shopping with CD28. So for
Yeah.
those listeners out there, we got people on the live. Go to kudosnacks.com/CD28. Buy some bags. I see white cheddar looks like a better version of Smart Food. Check it out.
Mm.
I am
Hey,
curious.
my favorite is the garlic parm. Oh man,
Okay.
Okay,
That's
that
real
sounds
good.
good.
real
About
good.
that life.
Oh yeah, gluten-free,
Definitely about that.
keto-friendly, non-GMO, zero trans fat. I feel like you can't go wrong here.
Can't go wrong with it. And
I love
besides,
it.
I'm not gonna put my name on something that's garbage. I'm not gonna do that.
Right.
This is legit, man, and it's really really good for you.
And is this the same? I know, like, I remember having like, this is not the same company that does Kudos bars. Or is that's something else?
We do it all. We do bars, we do gummies, we got it all, bro.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Got it all. We got a variety of stuff on there. But this popcorn, I'm telling you, you can't lose with it. Can't lose.
Protein support gummies. Ooh.
Yeah.
Keep my cheeks right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for.
He said, try to right.
Oh man. So what were you saying? You want me to go?
You go.
All right. I was just gonna ask about 28 because you were 28 on the Bengals, 28 on the Patriots. I always find it interesting how people pick their favorite numbers. I always had a favorite number playing sports growing up. I was always number 5. I'm sure Dave probably had a favorite number. 13, right?
13.
Yeah.
So
how'd you pick 28?
I really didn't pick it. I
Okay.
really didn't pick it. It was like when I got to Cincinnati, it was just like in my locker, right?
Oh, okay.
So that's one of those things where it was just like in my locker, and I just rolled with it, you know. So
when you got to New England, you were just, that was your identity already. You're like, give me 28.
that was already. I think that was
right.
I don't know if you guys are hearing somebody texting me and it's music, but disregard that. Listen,
No worries.
One of the stipulations to me coming there, I told him I was joking too. I said, man, if you don't have 28, if I can't wear 28, I ain't coming.
And you were joking.
I was joking, but I was serious. But I was serious, and they came up with 28, man. So
did someone have to get booted from?
I don't think nobody was wearing 28, to be honest with you, at that time. I don't think nobody came out of it or had to change their numbers. So
right.
Yeah.
But at that point, it was your brand already, like 28. Yeah. You had to be 28 at that point.
It had to. I mean, right. I'm not going wearing switching numbers. That's just not at all.
Right. I feel like at that point you had earned it, It's like when you've
at 28, yes.
Yeah, when you've established yourself as like an elite player in the league and you switch teams, you got to get your number. Even if someone else has it already, it's like it goes to the better player.
I'd be like, man, come up out of that, man. You got to
right.
How much I can pay you, Right. I got to come up out that number. Absolutely.
Well,
absolutely.
Just off the top of my head, I mean, you are the only 28 relevant.
That I remember on the Patriots.
Yeah, in Patriots history.
Well, I get this though. Curtis Martin was there as well.
Okay,
so,
that's true.
Okay, you're right.
So,
I forgot about that.
So I get that. I get that comparison. And Curtis Martin was a hell of a running back, man. I can't. No disrespect to that guy, man. That dude, he's a Hall of Famer for a reason, man. He went out and put in that work, Yeah. But here's the but. He ain't got no Super Bowl ring.
Hell yeah.
That's right.
And he went to those.
He ain't got no Super Bowl ring. And then to top that off, And I'm not throwing shade on my dude. I love you, Curtis, man. You cool dude, man. I'm not throwing no shade on him, man, at all. So nobody take this negative. But I am the single season rushing champ around there. That would be me.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's me, 1635. So
right, 1635. And that was your career high, right?
exactly.
So you got to the Patriots in your 8th year and you set a career high for yards.
Yeah, at 30. Imagine
at 30. That. So did you know that going into that year you were gonna have a career year after 7 years in the league?
No, not at all. Because you know what, man, you gotta understand, I was coming off and being hurt. I missed like 8 games that last year in Cincinnati with a groin. So my whole mind frame was, I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna show you what I got. So that was one of those statements.
It was like a prove it year for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you know. This is me. So it eventually it turned out that, you know what, I had a great season. And to cap it off, man, we won a Super Bowl, man. We won a Super Bowl. That's all I've been chasing for the longest, is winning a championship.
Yeah, because I gotta imagine like all the individual accolades you got in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Like at that point in your career, after 7 years, the only thing you needed to cap it off was a championship.
Yeah, I mean, what's the point of running for 1,000 yards in a game and you lose? You know what I mean?
Right.
There's no joy in that at all. So
right.
Yeah, man, this I don't know what people think, man, but that game is all about winning. It's about winning, man. Like, there is no other alternative. Like, you're putting your body through hell, to be honest with you. And if you're gonna do that, you might as well have a mindset of, we gotta win this damn game.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm not gonna go out there and get beat up to take an L. That's just not me. So I'm just happy and fortunate enough, and I'm lucky that I got to experience 3 years of winning, man. And that's just the truth.
Yeah.
Speaking about putting your body through hell, I just, as a football fan, the last 20 something years, I've seen so many running backs come and go, running backs that are the best in the league for maybe 2 years, and then you never hear about them again. It happens all the time. It's like a revolving door of running backs all the time.
Right.
You were able to last 10 seasons as an elite running back. What was the key to your longevity?
Not doing all the extras. You know what I mean? When I say that, I mean is like the game changed. Now they got these running backs trying to line up like they're wide receivers. I think that takes just years off your career. You're doing too much. You're absolutely doing too much. I think in my era, it was just straight power football. Like, we're not lined up in no slot trying to run no routes. No, we're not. We're getting the ball and we're trying to get them tough yards. And I just think some of these running backs is like really exhausting themselves trying to do both. They're not paying you like both. So why are you trying to do both? You know what I mean? Right. So, and just to me, it seems like it's cutting people's careers short. I mean, look at all the running backs. Hey, when this episode ends, just pull it up. Look at all the running backs that doubled as like running back / wide receiver. You know what I mean? And you can see how long their career was. It wasn't that long.
Yeah.
Some of them who's still playing now, see how many years they've been hurt. Just a lot of them.
Yeah. I mean,
a lot of them. So, I mean, yes, it's the game that changed a little bit.
Absolutely.
Definitely has. Speaking of the new, nowadays running backs, who would be your
Oh, you already know that big dude in Tennessee, man. Come on, stop.
I was gonna
Henry.
say.
Stop, man.
course.
Stop.
All right.
Oh man, the big fella, man. That is throwback all day.
Hell yeah.
That
Yeah,
is
he's a
that,
monster.
And what about Jacobs? Jacobs will run through people. And out in Oakland,
dude, man. He's good, bro. He got a bright future. He's gonna be all right. He's gonna be all right, man. Trust me. I'm rooting for the guy, to be honest with you. So I mean, hey, as long as he ain't out there, Bill ain't trying to get him to be a damn wide receiver. He's good. He'll be all right.
Hell yeah.
He'll be all right, man. So yeah, man. I just fret these young guys. They having them do extremely way too much, man. And that's killing them, man. Hey, you're a running back for a reason. You're not a running back / wide receiver. You know what I mean? So that's just my thoughts about it.
So you mentioned Kevin Falk earlier.
Yeah.
He's a guy that, like I said, there's a lot of running backs that come and go. He was one that was there for a while. He was never the number one guy, but he was always that reliable third down back. And for a guy who wasn't a number one guy, he had like just so many memorable plays as a Patriots fan in the playoffs. What was it like being his teammate?
Man, that's my brother, man. That dude, he was the glue.
Yeah.
He was the glue to that offense, man. I'm just gonna be straight and keep it 100, man. That dude, like, I learned a lot from him. You know what I mean? So when I got there, he the one that taught me everything, got me up to speed, man. So a great dude, hell of a running back, hell of a specialist, man. And when we needed big plays, that dude, you could count on him. He made big plays all the time. So I tell him that all the time, man. I'm like, dude, shit. You've been the glue for a long, long time. You made so many plays in crucial situations that it's unreal. And he deserves his kudos, man, because you know what? He's unselfish. And to be honest, man, I respect that, when I came there, man, he looked at the opportunity of, you know what? It's about winning, and this is another or a better opportunity for us to go get another Super Bowl. So I got tremendous respect for him, man. I mean, I consider him my brother, man. So real cool dude, hell of a player.
Yeah.
Hell of a player, man, but honestly a better person.
Love to hear that.
So who, in all 10 years, I know you played a lot in the, you played the Ravens a lot and everything. Who is the toughest defensive player that you played against?
Man, people are not gonna like what I'm about to say. But I'm gonna tell you, man, that Junior Seau, man, that's one tough dude, man. Junior by far. And I know you would be thinking, and that's no knock on Ray. Ray is there.
I mean, I love that answer.
Ray is right there, man. Trust me. But
yeah,
Junior was it was just a difference, man. It was different.
Yeah.
It was very different. Junior Seau in his prime was no joke at all.
Especially in his prime, that Chargers defense was kind of something else between him and Rodney. That was before Rodney.
Yeah, so imagine trying to pick him up in blitz pickup. Good luck with that. Good luck with it.
Wow.
Good luck with that. So Junior is at the top of my list, man. And I would say Junior and 1A, Ray Lewis 1B. You know what I mean? They both studs, but man, Junior was just a different animal.
What do you think? Where do you think Teddy Bruschi ranks among those linebackers? I know he wasn't exactly on their level, but he was definitely underrated.
Very underrated.
Yeah.
Very underrated, man. Brew was a dog now.
Yeah.
Brew was a dog. And when you're talking about field smarts, being at the right place, reading stuff, and that he was one of the best to ever do it.
Definitely.
One of the best to ever do it. So toughness out of this world, man. So yeah, Brew is one of those super intelligent linebackers, man. He know where to be at all times. And listen, he wasn't no slouch, man. He could play.
Mhm.
I mean, he's Brewski. Are you kidding me?
Of course.
I know we give praises to like Ray and all these other guys. Man,
That's what I mean. I think he deserves
like,
to
Brew
be.
ain't no
Yeah, he's
slouch.
not Ray Lewis, but he deserves to be in that conversation for that
Yeah,
era.
man.
Yeah.
He deserves his flowers too, man. So
Right.
and besides, man, I had to see his ass every day at practice. Got on my nerves.
Yeah.
Got on my nerves every day.
I bet.
So I seen him. I seen the McGinnises. I seen the Vrabels every day. And I know what kind of players they are, man. They solid, brother. And they don't get enough praises, to be honest with you. You're absolutely right about that.
Yeah.
We don't praise them enough. They could play.
Definitely.
And speaking of Vrabel, they always talk about, him and Belichick. He used to give Belichick so shit back in the day. Did you ever see that? Did you ever see him being a smart ass to?
Oh yeah, Brave talked shit, man. Oh yeah, he did, bro. He talked shit. Talked shit to Bill, Brady, whoever. Brave was a shit talker. Trust me.
I mean, he still does it to this day. You see him on the field talking shit.
Man, hey, nothing I ain't seen before. Trust me, nothing I haven't seen before.
Now, just real quick, speaking of your old teammates, when you see some of them on TV, like Brewski or Rodney, when they're doing, when they're on the ESPN or whatever, do you ever have to hit them up and clown them about something that they say about some of their takes?
No, I don't, man. You know what I do, man? I sit back and smile and be like, look at my brothers, man. They out doing it, man.
Hell yeah.
And I'm proud and happy of them, man. I always get a smile every time I see him on NFL Countdown or see him commentating here, see Vrabel coaching, man. It just brings back all those good memories we had, man. So it always puts a smile on my face.
Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, man. I'm happy for them guys. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good to see that. I love seeing some of my former favorite players just on TV now. Randy Moss does a great job. I saw Gronk on there the other day. He needs a little work, but it's all right.
Yeah, Gronk. That's Chiefs game. Absolutely. See that?
Yeah. But no, I love that.
Exactly.
It brings me back. Even watching Celtics games, they got Kendrick Perkins and Eddie House doing the game, and I'm like,
right.
That brings me back.
Right.
So you grew up. Where'd you grow up exactly?
Seattle, Washington.
Seattle. So were you did you grow up a Seattle Sonics fan, Seattle Seahawks fan?
I definitely roll with the Sonics.
Yeah.
Unless they were playing like Chicago or somebody. I already knew what was coming.
During the Jordan era, yeah.
During the Jordan era, you know what I mean? I already know. So, but yeah, Sonics was my team. I mean, Mariners. I rock with the. I mean, man,
Mariners.
I'm a homer, man. That's
as
homer.
you should be. As you should be. You got to root for your home team.
But I do have other teams I root for too. So
do you like any of the Boston teams since you played around here? Do you like the Celtics, or did you ever when you were here? Did you ever go to a lot of Celtics games or?
Man, I went to a couple of Celtics games and had a blast. Got an opportunity to go to a couple of Red Sox games. Loved it.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. I'm a Pats fan.
You can't beat the New England sports environment. You can't.
That's what I tell everybody, man. It is a sports town.
Yeah.
Period.
We live and die by that shit. We really do.
Would you believe that sports betting just opened today?
I know,
What's
right?
that?
Sorry, I
Oh,
interrupt. Sports betting in Massachusetts just became legal today, as
oh
we're
shit.
speaking.
Oh
So yeah,
wow.
and I'm surprised
Yeah.
it wasn't. People could
I
make a
know,
lot of
right?
money on the 2000 team.
Wow. Wow. Man, listen, I still follow Boston sports, man. That's just
Yeah.
in me. You know, that ain't gonna change one bit. You know what I mean? I still follow.
Once you get a taste of it, it's like you can't get
Yeah,
away.
I sit down and enjoy the Celtics games. You
Yeah, I
know,
love that. Let's
friends
go.
on. You know what I mean? Definitely follow the Patriots. So absolutely, man.
So you
Absolutely.
must like that the new running back Ramondre Stevenson. That boy, he's a fucking beast, man.
And
He
he gets.
is.
Hey, man, he can go. He can
Uh,
go. He
he's
can
got that
go.
power. You know,
He
he runs
man.
that power.
They gotta be all right, bro. They gotta be all right, man. I'm just
You think
saying.
so? It's a little dicey right now. I don't know.
Man, listen, they gotta listen, man. Just me. I think they get a big time receiver. Game on.
They definitely
Oh
need
yeah.
that. They need
Game on.
that.
Game
Yeah.
on. And I'm not speaking about bad about the receivers there, but they get a number one that can go.
They don't have
It's
a number one. They need
game.
that.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Everything else is pretty much in place, man. Get a number one receiver, man, and they'll be in the thick of things. Trust me.
I agree with that. I think the defense is pretty solid. And I
Right.
think like Dave was saying with the running game, Ramondre is pretty good. I think
Right.
Mac could definitely elevate his game with some more weapons. I agree with that.
Yeah, so we'll see, man. And you know the Patriots, man, they got a lot of cap space. So we'll see. Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's true. That's
we
true.
The first name I heard was fucking Hopkins. The Pats weren't on Hopkins.
Yeah, but now we got Bill O'Brien, so he doesn't want to be with him.
I
Hey,
know, right?
that might work out, my man. I wouldn't put that past them. That still could work.
Yeah.
Speaking of big
Ooh.
receivers,
Okay.
so when you retired and the Pats went and got Randy Moss, was there ever a thought in your mind of coming back?
No. Now, hey man,
No?
hey, I'm not even going front, man. That was tricky, bro. Because I was like, damn, you gonna go get him now? I mean,
Right?
you know what I mean? You gonna go
You
get
couldn't have
him?
done this a year ago? Come on.
Yeah, like right now. Nah, man. At that point, man, I was done, man. I think football. It was just me. It was me. It had nothing to do with nobody else. It was just, man, people say this, and I know it's kind of cliche, but man, sometimes you just wake up and that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's just where I was with it. I was just like, man, it's time for me to do something else.
Especially a game like football that's, so taxing on your body, obviously.
Right.
And for someone like you who's a power runner, you crash into people all the time. You can only do that for so long. It's like you gotta hang it up at some point to maintain your health.
Yeah, and people don't understand, man. Like, I didn't really have no major injuries, man, but shit,
But
when
you
it's
were
cold,
crashing into people all the time.
Yeah, man, when it's
Right.
cold, man, I still feel that stuff, man.
Right.
So me personally, I think I did the right thing and a smart move. You know what I mean? But getting back to bringing Randy Moss in, I was like, shit, they can very much go undefeated, which they almost did. I thought about it.
We still lose sleep over that Super Bowl.
I really thought about this too. I was like, damn, if I were there, man, we wouldn't have lost, bro. We would have.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
That was my first thought. I was like, we would have whooped the Giants' ass in the Super
Because you
Bowl.
look at no disrespect to Lawrence Maroney. I had fun watching him when he was on the Patriots, but you look at the weaknesses of that team, and the running game wasn't up to par with the rest of the team.
Yeah, man, and that was my only thought. Like, man, we would have whooped the Giants' ass, man, straight up. It wouldn't even been close. But my time had came and passed, bro. It was time to move on to something different.
10 solid years, I mean,
Yeah, man.
I can certainly understand,
I mean, shoot, and I was thinking about my kids, man. Like, damn, I want to be able to see my kids. You know what I mean? To be functional. You know what I mean? So a lot went into that decision, man. A lot went into.
So you have how many kids?
I got 3 daughters.
3 daughters. Okay.
Yeah, man. So you probably can't see the grays in my hair, but yeah, they're there.
I can't even notice it, to be honest.
Yeah, they're there, man.
You look like you could still play.
I appreciate that, but that ain't happening.
No, I think we're all set in the backfield for now.
Yeah, man.
With Mondre.
Yeah, you guys is okay. You guys,
yeah, we'll be all right.
Absolutely.
You guys got any more questions? I feel like we shouldn't hold them too long.
Yeah, I mean, not anything fresh off the top of my head right now. I don't know. You've been a terrific, you've been terrific at, answering all our questions and everything and being open about everything.
We appreciate the time, definitely.
And it's
no problem.
It's an honor, bro. It really is. Like
it is.
Like Jack was saying, we were young. We were 11, 12 years old.
Yeah, like this is like talking to someone like a hero from my childhood. Like it's really actually kind of surreal. So I definitely really appreciate this.
Nah, man, fellas, thanks for reaching out and letting me come on, man. This was pretty cool, man. To be honest with you, absolutely.
Are you? Have you been doing a lot of podcasts lately?
No. This is the first time
I saw you did one recently, Gillette Nation.
In a couple years, man. To be honest with you, in a couple years. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So.
Wow, we're honored. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's
man.
Awesome. Wow.
Hey, you know me, man. I get off the grid sometimes and then I come back. So,
listen, when I saw your Instagram, I was like, Corey Dillon. I was like, where the hell has he been?
Yeah, that's what everybody say.
But it brought back so many memories, from childhood watching the Patriots. I was like, man, that's a blast from the past. I was like, we gotta get him on here.
Right.
So it's an honor to talk to you, man. And I just think people, us as Patriots fans, we remember you fondly because of the Super Bowl. But I think just NFL fans in general, maybe people not from New England and not from Cincinnati, need to appreciate your greatness, and how you really are, I think, a Hall of Fame caliber player when you look at the numbers. And, I hope people over time can start to recognize that more. I know a lot of people already do, but it needs to be, it needs to get out there more that you are deserving of those accolades.
Man, I appreciate you, man. That's well said, man. And thank you. And thank you. And hopefully in time, people could see it through our lenses too. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Hell yeah. They don't make them like you anymore, man. They don't.
Appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
Hell yeah. We appreciate you, man. Thank you.
No, anytime, fellas, man. You know where I'm at. Just send me a message on IG, man, and I'll be there.
Do you ever come back to New England?
I haven't been back, man, but I'm planning this year, man. I'll be down that way.
Okay. All right.
I will definitely be somewhere around Gillette Stadium. Hopefully they'll let me in. You know what I mean?
I think they'll let you in.
They better.
They'll let you in. We love you around here.
Bring them in for that.
Hopefully I can get in there, man.
Yeah.
For real.
Hell yeah. And we got that gold jacket coming soon. We're gonna start writing our letters.
Hey,
absolutely.
Hey, you know what?
We're leading the campaign.
We're gonna buy one in front. I don't care. Either way.
We know you deserve it. So
thank you, man. I appreciate it. I do.
All right, man. Thank you. This has been a great episode.
You guys have a good one, man. I enjoyed myself.
All right, man. Happy to hear it. Thank you.
Snacks.
Yeah, promote that out there, man. Get that kudos out for me, man.
Drop that link one more time.
Yeah.
Drop that link, kudosnacks.com/CD28.
CD28.
Hell
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
First.
All
Thank
right,
you.
All
Corey
right,
Dillon.
all right, my people. I see you.
All right,
Thank
appreciate you,
you.
man. Thank you.
All right.
Go Pats.
Yes, sir. Let's go.